there was no such thing as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, MMA, where would Kevin Casey be at this point in his life?
Now, before I made the transition into jiu-jitsu, I played football, and I was on my way to getting a scholarship, and I made a choice to change sports, but I would see myself possibly playing in the NFL or playing at a high level.
What made you choose not the NFL but jiu-jitsu and MMA?
Well, I've been in close contact with the Gracies for many years, and when Rockson passed away, which was a great friend of mine, very close, I felt a responsibility to kind of get into the sport and bring all my athletic talents and abilities and do the best that I could do on in this new sport for me.
Okay, I'm going to name somebody, so in 5 words or less, describe this person or what he means to you. Rickson Gracie?
Rickson Gracie. First, I would have to say loyal, a loyal person, a role model, a great father, and family man, amazing warrior, and just overall a great example. I know that's more than 5 words, but you guys are going to have to bear with me.
We'll let you slide on that one. Okay, how about Royce Gracie?
Royce Gracie, I'm going to have to give you more than 5 words, but when I think of Royce, I think in a way Royce epitomizes jiu-jitsu, because Royce is not the best physical athlete, not the most toughest guy. He's not muscle bound. He's not very explosive is all the other some of the other athletes. But Royce really amplifies jiu-jitsu, and he uses the technique to the fullest to make a guy who traditionally may not be a fighter be able to go in and become a fighter, as well as become one of the greats and also become a legend. And so that to me, I think of also a legend, because he goes in and when he came into the sport, he went against, there was no weight class, there was bare knuckle fights, and he really showed the world what jiu-jitsu is at its best.
How about BJ Penn?
BJ Penn, yeah, I have a lot to say about BJ Penn. I think of athletically, I think he's a good athlete. Technically, I think he's also good. But as a man, I think he doesn't have any codes. He doesn't have any kind of loyalty, any kind of honor that he follows. For example, he learned through the Gracies, and as he felt that he didn't need the Gracies any longer, he decided that he wanted to challenge them in MMA events. If I have any of the information wrong, I stand corrected. But as far as I know, he went against the very athletes who brought him to be who he is today. So as far as BJ Penn, I don't care about him any more than I care about some gum sticking on the sidewalk.
Okay, this might be a tough one. Be honest. We might be here all day long. How about 50 words on Kevin Casey?
Determined, loyal, courageous. I think I'm pretty sexy too. No, I'm just here to I'm just here to represent jiu-jitsu and use all my skills and abilities to take it to the highest level that I personally can, and to bring even more honor and respect to Rickson Gracie and all the other Gracies and everyone who represents jiu-jitsu around the world.
Are there any misconceptions about what people say about Kevin Casey?
Is sometimes I feel like people they get a little intimidated because of my demeanor. Most of the time, it's right before a competition. So, at that point in time, the only thing that I'm focused on is doing my best and being successful. So most of the time when people see me in public, it's at an event. So I feel like I've gotten a little bit of a bad rap for kind of being a bad boy or...
You're usually walking around with your game face on around that time.
Of course. I always want to be ready. I don't want to be surprised by anything that happens. But generally by nature, I'm a nice guy.
You seem like it.
If you approach me, respectfully, then you'll be greeted with the same respect. So I feel like a lot of people they mistake my me being prepared and me being ready to go for me being a mean guy or a guy who thinks he's tough.
Okay, can you tell us why you are so passionate about jiu-jitsu and so dedicated to jiu-jitsu? What makes you continue?
Well, ever since Rockson left us here, Rockson Gracie, a good friend of mine, I really felt like I've had something to prove as far as being the best competitor that I can be, as far as being the best mixed martial artist I can be, because a lot of my codes and ways of fighting and competing came from him. And I feel like I wouldn't be the same athlete that I am today without without a lot of the help that I got from him. And I definitely dedicate my career in the sport of jiu-jitsu as well as mixed martial arts to his memory.